I think he's really, really good. I think he's going to be really insane. And honestly, I think he's going to be my new main.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Ethos here. Just wanted to say all these clips are taken from my stream. I stream every day at twitch.tv/ethos. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and join my Discord server down below. Enjoy the video.
Alright, what's up guys? So right away, let's just hop right into the chamber tutorial, the chamber guide. So first off, what you guys want to know are his abilities, of course. So as you can see, first we have the alarm bot, which is called the trademark, which is pretty much an alarm bot that deploys a slow. It's 150 credits. Places a trap that scans for enemies. When an invisible enemy comes in range, the trap counts down and displays the terrain around them, creating a lingering field that slows players caught inside of it. What's cool about this is that it creates a slow at the feet of the enemy it scans, not where the alarm bot is. Oh, this is the alarm bot, by the way.
That works.
Like that. And you can see its range. This is the headhunter, or the the sheriff that it has, and as you can tell, it's it's very cool looking. What's nice about this sheriff over the regular sheriff is that it's a one-shot headshot from all ranges. It does 159 all ranges. Granted, it's not obstructed by anything, so basically you can one-tap anyone, and it seems like a really strong eco weapon. And each bullet in the sheriff costs 100 credits, and it goes up to 8 bullets, so that's up to 800 credit to spend on your headhunter ability. You could have this along with some alarm bots on pistol round, which is really cool. Also, the sheriff is that you can scope in with it, and it's actually really nice to scope in. It's pretty much like a guardian, in my opinion. It's like literally the same way I would use a guardian, and it's for 100 credits per bullet. So I think that's actually really insane. Like if you're on an eco, right, you could literally just go for one pick up here, and like I don't know, if you have good aim, it's a pretty easy kill, I feel like. So next we have the teleport ability, the rendezvous. So basically you set 2 anchor points, and it does have a range, so I'll show you. You set down 1 anchor point, and then if you look, there will be this red ring that spawns around it. You can also see it on the mini map. It's like this. That shows where you can put the second TP. So you can put your TP anywhere within this range, and then you have to be standing within either range of the other TPs to be able to use it. So if I'm standing in this range, even at the edge right here, click it, it's an instant TP back, so it's great for getting away, just like a jet dash. Like it's a super good get out of jail free card, and that's where I'm gonna get into what kind of playstyle that will really benefit or really suit chamber and how I plan on playing him. Drop 1, drop your second one here, and then click it, and then you're gonna have to wait 20 seconds before using your TP again. But that is not bad, because you can literally TP whenever you want. You can also pull it back whenever you want. That is really not bad for cooldown time at all. That means you can literally have so many aggro picks throughout the round, whereas Jet, you have to go get 2 kills before getting your next dash. And then after that, of course, you have the the ult, which has 5 bullets, 1-shot kill anywhere on the body as long as it's not a wallbang, and it creates a slow wherever you kill the person. On top of that, it's super duper fast. I got 30 on the range on hard bots. With this thing, it's actually insanely fast. It's faster than the CS:GO op. Let's get right into how to play chamber. So let's start off on defense. So obviously he's a sentinel, so a lot of the time your job will be making sure that you are getting info at the gaps on chokes where your teammates aren't playing. So if you leave an alarm bot here on A main entrance, and then one here on cat, now essentially your teammates don't have to worry about these gaps, so we'll have info there. Your teammates can stack more towards mid and B towards those chokes over there. So essentially, as a sentinel, playing retake and whatever just for info is very, very strong. Now how I would play him around this utility, let's say the solo A guy, or maybe I'm just like the A is the weak side and we're playing retake on A. This allows you to not put A on like full retake. Like you can go for kills and still get out, just like a Jet would. You could literally have a TP right there, and you could put a TP all the way up into heaven. And with that, it allows you to do stuff like this. Let's say you're solo A, maybe there's a guy like playing maybe by guardian or something, but probably up here. You can play all the way in A main, take first contact A main, right? Like this is kind of how a Jet would play in A main. They would take the first shots, right, and then just dash away right after. You can just literally just take your shots and boom, TP up to heaven, and now you're safe, and now you're in a good spot to play retake, and you probably got a kill playing in that position. Or let's say you're getting drone, KO daggered, skydog, mollied, flashed, then you can just TP immediately. It's literally just a second life, and I think that's really cool because now that allows sentinels to play retake without having to just sit out the entire round. Chamber can actually go and play for kills while playing on the side that's playing retake for, which I think is really, really neat. Also, Chamber is a great op agent as well. The reason why people like using Jet is because they can play these aggro positions, the op, and just post, and then they can just dash out, right? Play these off angles. That's the whole point of playing Jet and Reyna, is that you play these off angles people don't expect you, and even if it takes them just 50 milliseconds more to realize where you are, that's enough for you to just have an advantage for that fight, get your kill, and get out for free and still be alive, and boom, you have man advantage. So with Chamber, same idea. Same exact thing. Like you can go for these kind of aggro peeks as well. And not only do you don't even have to be posted, you can play it just like a Jet would. You can literally peek something and then just TP away the second after you shoot. Like this. Super easy, no risk pretty much. It's just an incredible, super annoying thing to play against. Everyone knows about that. But the difference between Jet and Chamber is that you only dash so far. But with the TPs, like you can set your TP up somewhere completely safe, like up in heaven. So there's no way they can kill you. No way at all. So that's why I think Chamber will actually be stronger in that position, on top of having multiple aggressive peeks you can take per round without having to get kills. So let's say you did your TP play, right? You took your first shot and now you're in a safer spot. And now it's 20 seconds past, you have the teleports again. You can throw teleports back down. Little teleport over here. Go for an aggro peek, just like this. No other agent can do that besides Jet or maybe Reyna, but Reyna has to get a kill. Chamber doesn't. And also with his teleport ability, you can do things like go to elevations. So you can leave this up here, and then you can TP up here, and you can play these elevation angles as well. You're just like an Omen or a Jet. Play these like super annoying, like to deal with just high angles that only a few agents can do, and Chamber is one of them. Obviously set this up anywhere you want. You can put this up here, put this over here, literally anywhere you want. I'll TP away for free, which is super duper strong. Unlike Yoru, because I know a lot of people say like, oh, this guy's like the new Yoru, blah blah. It's not. It's more like a Jet, in my opinion, on defense, because it's like you're not throwing your TP at them, and then you're not planning to use the TP to kill people. You're not gonna be doing that as much, because look at this. When you do this, obviously let's say there's a guy like A-Main, right? For some reason he doesn't hear your TP. You pop your TP. Boom, look at how long it takes for your gun to pull out. You're not using this to be aggressive after the TP. You're using this to get away after being aggressive, if that makes sense. So you're taking the fights first and then using it to get away. So you can be aggressive in that sense, but not using it to TP behind people, because unless they're like an iron and have no headphones, they're gonna be able to kill you in this time, you know, there's no way. My tip for using the TP when you're playing an aggro or playing off angles or playing whatever, try to stay there for as long as you can and try to, you know, be confident with it, because know that the second you press your button, you're safe. You know, even if you take first contact here, right, and you get a kill, you can just tuck back and just hide here. The second you TP, they're gonna hear it and they're gonna know hell's clear. So let's say, you know, I get the first kill and I come back in here, they're gonna be super worried about me re-swinging or whatever, and you can just be a nuisance to them. All this time that you're spending down here is delaying for your teammates to all rotate over. And the second that they start, you know, throwing shock darts or raise nade, whatever at you, or dagger starts to hit you, you can really just TP out and boom. They wasted all that util, wasted all that time, and now you're in a great position to retake again. You can just pick up your TP and then reset it for an aggro peek in heaven now. So yeah, I think it's actually a really good ability, and I think that what he lacks in just, you know, normal util like Cypher trips and mollies, he makes up for in his ability, his freedom to play areas that are a lot more dangerous for Killjoys and Cyphers to play. Chamber is going to be a higher skill ceiling character, I believe, because it'll be more based off of your ability to play around the util, your ability to aim and shoot heads and work his advantages, which is, you know, off angles and off timing, just taking aggro peeks and everything, and being able to do that safely and correctly. You don't want to take 50-50 fights all the time. You want to be putting yourself in positions where you have the advantage, you know, playing in positions that aren't going to expect you first, and you're gonna have to jump on them. So take advantageous fights, use the TP ability, and be free with it. You don't have to be a super hard anchor just like Killjoy and Cypher are. You are able to move around. As long as you're within your TP, you are completely safe in my eyes. With the Sheriff ability, obviously I would use this more on ecos. You can use this whenever you want. On pistol rounds, I might buy it. I might only buy one alarm bot or something. Or I might buy armor and 4 shots, who knows. But I think this is super strong. It's 55 to the body at any distance, so it's 3 shots to from any distance to the body. But it's a 1-shot headshot to full armor bonus from any distance as well. 1-shot headshot, as long as it's not obstructed by the wall. That's actually really insane. If I was on eco, that's how I would play an eco round. I would throw my TP here, and maybe I'd throw a TP in the spawn, so that's completely safe. I would come out with my Sheriff, and I would just immediately come out and just post, just like I would a Guardian. Take a few shots, and hey, if I get the kill, great. If I don't, if I whiff, then immediately I will TP away. Immediately TP away. Not even gonna sweat it. That's how I would play ecos. So boom, this is like a super low risk, high reward type of play. And you can do this on ecos as well. And it's like you're not gonna get those sheriff things where it's like, oh, 145 with the sheriff. Do this with the sheriff on eco, you get the dink and you have to hit him again in the body, and at that time they could trade you out. But no, if you hit the head, boom, it's a headshot kill and you just TP away. So there's a lot more aggression you can do with chamber than you can any other sentinel agent or support agent really. And I really like it because you get more get out of jail free cards than Jet does, and two, you don't have to kill the person to get out of jail free like Reyna does. So in my opinion, he excels better at aggressive defense peeking than Jet or Reyna does. Also, you know, you're completely safe when you TP. Granted, you set up your TP somewhere smart. So how I would play B with chamber, do something like this. Throw alarm bot here. Then I'll throw probably an alarm bot like here. And same thing, this is just mainly for info. It'll tell you if someone's coming up mid or someone's coming up B main, and that's really good. Now those are filling gaps that your teammates don't have to watch anymore. Now they can stack more towards A and tree. You're covering 2 chokes all by yourself. And now how I would play around this is, one, you could, you know, set up a TP here by stairs or by spawn. So probably the safest would be something like this. And then with this, you can set your second TP right here or even in this corner like this, or even just in the middle. But I would recommend putting it in the corner just so it's a little less, you know, visible. It's right in the open, they're gonna see it first. Or you can just put it out here on the wall, and immediately you can just be out like this. You have B-main control for free, low risk, high reward map control right here. And the second they peek you and they get scary, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm out. You're playing off angle, boom, you're out. And now I can play the slow. They come out to the slow. I go bam, bam, bam. All right, bet. I'm gonna play retake now. It gives you great information because with this, even when you TP out, like, okay, you know they're in B main, that doesn't mean they're coming out yet. So to fully call a rotate, right, unless you see like 5 running into B main, you can tell your teammates they're not out yet. They're not out yet because it hasn't triggered the alarm bot. So you don't leave until the alarm bot gets triggered. Also, after TPing, I would definitely recommend picking up your TPs right away to get that cooldown started, because it resets to 20 seconds every time you pick up your TPs. So definitely get that started. So I would pick up my TP after making the aggro play, playing the alarm bot. Once the cooldown goes down, put my TP back over here, and then boom, I can just go for an aggro peek again, and then just TP away if I get scared. So you can go for all these timing peaks, all these aggressive defensive peaks throughout the round for no risk at all, as long as you're fast enough about it and as long as you don't get deleted instantly by some guy who's aimbotting. Now how I would play with the op, obviously you gotta go practice how to use the op. I might make a video on how to get better with the op, specifically this op, because it's very much like the CSGO op. You could play aggressively if you want, like if you wanted to have your TP here, again like this. Just be posted up like this, and then TP away right after, you know, just as the Jet would. What's great about that is it's so good at stopping rushes because it creates that slow. So you can play aggressively, or you can just play in spawn, just as you would a normal op. There's nothing too special about it. But what's great about it is like, you can do such great aggressive peaks with this because it's so fast. So I could literally just have my TP here, even if I'm not in B main and I hear someone step into B main, let's go for a pick and then just TP away. The quick scoping ability with this is so insanely good. So I would, you know, if you guys want to get better with it, I would practice these kind of like strafe out peaks where it's like, you're moving, you scope in, you stop. And make sure you're trying to shoot as you're full stopped. And practice stuff like that. That'll definitely make you better. That about does it for defense. It's very simple. I think you can apply it to anywhere you're playing on defense. And yeah, just be very free, very unleashed, very liberated with him, and don't be scared with him. Because if you're being scared with him, if you're playing like a traditional sentinel, then you are just not using his full potential of his kit. You're just not playing him correctly. If you're playing him like a normal sentinel, you have to be going aggressive with him because that's what makes him unique. That's what makes him good. And if you're not going to go aggressive with him, if you're not going to be using his TPs to get lots of free map control or whatever, or get these aggro peaks off, then you are just, it's like, why aren't you just playing Cypher or Killjoy then? Because they have better delay util, they have better information, all that stuff, right? So just, you have to be aggressive and you have to be confident with this agent. If you're not doing it, then you're just wasting his shoot potential completely. All right, let's move on to attack now. So for attack, a lot of people are confused, like, oh, okay, where does he fit on attack? Because one of the things is like, if you're using the op and let's say like you're using it and you're trying to, like, you guys are trying to 5-man B, and let's say a guy peeks right here and you kill him, that sucks because now it creates a slow in the front of B main that your teammates have to run through. So it's really not that good. You can't use your TPs to make space like you would with Jet Dash or Euro TP or Race Satchels. You can't really do that. That's not really something good. You have to walk all the way out to even throw that, and doesn't even reach switch. So you can't use them aggressively to make space. You can't really use them to initiate. So where does he fit in? Well, where do all sentinels fit in? Is kind of, you know, either just another guy to be a part of the trade pack, or you're a lurk. And I think that obviously it's never bad to just have your gun up. Don't worry about your util too much. Maybe throwing alarm bot tiles. Let's say if you're 5-manning B, you just go straight with your team and just go and just don't worry about your util. Don't worry about who you are. You just have a gun. You just go out and just go trade with your teammates. You don't need to be a Jet or Reyna to know how to shoot your gun and entry and path, right? So don't worry too much about only having to lurk. You don't have to always be a lurk, but when you do lurk, it's very nice. One thing that's nice about playing chamber in general is obviously you have these alarm bots to cover the gaps. Let's say your teammates are heavy towards B main on this default here, right? Like maybe they're making a lot of noise, maybe they're even trying to take it. In the meantime, you can throw one here, and you could even have thrown an alarm bot into tiles. Now you know that they can't flank through mid to tiles, and they can't flank through A to mid or to spawn. So while your teammates are going B, you can go slow work up A if you want, or you can slow work up cat if you want. It's totally up to you. Another thing is, like, if you have something like this, if you throw your TP up in top mid, somewhere safe, right, and you're lurking, right? Let's say you're lurking, your teammate's making a lot of noise. You hear a rotator or whatever, maybe you don't, and like you want to take an aggressive peek because you're freaking chamber, and you know that's what he thrives at. So TP down like this, clear out these angles obviously, and now you're gonna take a very aggressive fight here, right? Boom, aggressive fight. If there's a guy here, you can challenge him, go for the fight, whatever, just take that peek. Let's say you're just going for a peek and then TPing out. You just TP out immediately. Low risk peek right here, low risk, high reward peek. Same thing with any of these angles. And then even if you don't see anything, you have the confidence to come all the way out. And then you just walk all the way out if you want. And then you can be an excellent lurk while also covering the holes in your default and making sure that you guys don't get flanked on random timings. Being a lurk is really good with chamber. Same idea. You can throw your TP here by B or by tiles. In the meantime, you could lurk up mid as well. You could lurk up mid. You could also obviously throw your alarm bot towards A main. Lurk up mid, and same idea. Let's say that you know you get up to this point, right, and you want to start going for aggro peeks. Throw your TP down, right? Peek this. If you get challenged, TP away. You peek this, get challenged, TP away. Peek into here, you get challenged, TP away. Very simple. And then let's say you walk all the way into here, boom, you're in a great spot and you're within your TP. So now you are literally, all you have to do now is just sit and wait for rotates. You're just throwing their side, just sit here, let your teammates make all the noise, and you wait for rotations. You hear for that noise, you cut them off, blah blah blah. Or let's say like they run by and then you can get behind them. But let's say they come clear you out, they start droning you out, you hear a lot of people, they come swing you, well, whatever. Okay, I'm out, I'm literally just out, so free, and you're in a safe position again, and boom, you've caused so much trouble for them. The enemy team has had to expend so much effort, utility, numbers, whatever, to try and find you and clear you out, and boom, you've TP'd away. And now by, you know, sending numbers towards you, which is the weak side of the default, that means that they're putting majority numbers, strong numbers towards the weak side. That means that they have weak numbers towards whatever you guys are strong at. So let's say if they had like a 2-1-2 setup on defense, and you're doing like a 3-1-1 or a 4-1-1, say like majority A main, obviously one guy from heaven here might rotate to spawn to try to help clear you out, or one guy from B might come try to clear you out. Now their defense is in a 1-3-1 where it's 1A, 3 mid, 1B. You TP out, now they have 3 people stacked up against 0 people in mid, and now your team has 4 people or 3 people in A main versus 1 guy on A. So you've done so much work, even if you don't get any kills, just by being a complete nuisance to them. So playing lurk, playing the opposite side of the map of your team is really strong with chamber. And again, super low risk, and your util provides so much information, so much value for your team, because it allows them to confidently only go A, because you could throw an alarm bot here in B main if they're all going towards A main, and that allows them to just not even worry about getting pushed from B main without us knowing. If they do push B main and we get the info, that's great. That's great info to have as well. It's like, oh, we know they cleared out B main. We know that they have this information that they cleared out B main. That means that they're probably going to be stacking towards A. If they have all this map control, and we know that they have that map control, their reaction is probably to have multiple people on A. So we should probably not hit A and go back. We spread out the map. We spread out the noise, the util. maybe try to find some picks elsewhere, and we can regroup, hit A, but maybe make sure we go back and reclaim B main control before doing something like that. You'll allow your teammates to have so much more confidence, and the same thing with, you know, it's the same idea with Cypher trips and Killjoy alarm bots, and it's the same thing. Like that's not a like a, you know, a pioneered kind of idea. It's not innovative. It's just very simple but very fundamental in how you play T-side defaults. So yeah, Chamber is amazing. I think Chamber definitely has a space in the competitive scene. In the comps, you just gotta have to try to figure out how to work them. Honestly, I would say like we don't really need a, like, we could replace a Killjoy, a Sentinel to, like, with him. Like, I think he'd be really good. But yeah, anyways, that about does it, guys. That is my full tutorial for Chamber. I think he's really good. I think he's going to be really insane, and honestly, I think he's going to be my new main. And the reason why I say, I'm not just saying that to say that, I think he has all the great qualities that duelists have that I enjoy, that I personally like, which is playing those off angles, playing those timings, playing those lurk timings, getting aggressive. That's why I really like playing duelists. That's why I like playing Reyna. I like playing those like really weird angles, really weird off angles, and finding those really weird timings and being a thorn in their side and taking those aggressive peaks as well, like playing off timings and off angles. It's really that's why I'm good at Jet or Reyna. I'm good at making space, but I'm not that great at like entering. So it's honestly a great deal for me to let me play Chamber, because I also love opping and I don't like dashing in and trying to get kills, because dashing with Jet I make space, but then it's hard for me to get kills sometimes doing that. So I really like Chamber. I really think that I'm gonna end up switching to him as my main. So let me know what you guys think about Chamber. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, if it helped at all, if it gave you a better idea of how to play this agent and how he will fit into the meta comps. I think that he's amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. And you know, if you guys want to see me still play Yoru, like, you know, I still might dabble with Yoru a little bit, but let me know too if you guys want me to stay playing Yoru or other agents. Just let me know, guys. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I appreciate you all. You all have a wonderful day. Sorry again for the no face cam. My OBS was lagging so much trying to record this, so I had to do shadow play. But yeah, thank you guys again. You guys have a great day, and peace out.